in clubs being able to
but
compete.
also talent, bro.
No,
Your
but
history
talent.
draws players to your team.
But bro,
nobody wants to go and play for Wigan United, fam.
The talented players are not.
Yo, don't boy off Wigan United.
No, the talented players not costing 2K, 3K.
Yeah,
the talented players are costing millions out here, bro.
Any Wigan and Shakhtar Donetsk fans out there, it's not personal. It's not personal.
Sorry, it was just the name that came up.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
This is the Theo and Prince Symposium. My name is Theo. I'm a mental health practitioner.
My name is Prince, and I'm a pharmacist. Join us on our journey as we discuss human nature, growth, and paradigm-shifting concepts.
Welcome.
What you say? I can't hear you, man.
I think you're muted, bro.
The flip.
Yay.
Yo,
we're in. It was good.
Yes. You might look like twins, fam.
Yeah. That's what everyone says, man.
The Guardian Brotherhood.
Trust.
Yeah.
So one time we were in what's it called? Morrison's, yeah. Some guy come up to us, yeah, and he goes, you guys are twins, innit? And we're like, yeah. And we played along and we're like, yeah, we're twins. And he goes, I tell you how I know, because I've got twins as well. We're like, yeah, we're twins, bro. And he actually believed it, innit? It's like a twin knows when he sees a twin.
He sees another one.
Oh my days.
How
you been?
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
man.
not too bad, man. How are you?
I'm good, bro. Just got back from work, so I'm feeling a bit tired, but I'm good.
Long day.
Trust me, man. Long day every day, bro.
Talking about the twin thing, another guy saw us at Costco and he was like, I know you guys are Ghanaian brothers because you got big foreheads. That's definitely a part.
Yeah, he looked at us and he goes, yeah, no, I can see the resemblance in the head, bro. I can see the shape over there. He just pointed out. I was like, right, because we had a mask on in it. You couldn't see our face. Only thing you could see was the forehead. That's actually jokes.
I thought the forehead thing was just a Zimbabwe thing, man.
No, man. I think we're an exception, though. I don't know. Ghanaians generally tend to have like that square head in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know my square head.
Yeah.
To carry the bowl, you know, the bucket of water and that. Flat.
Oh my days.
Mad. Hey, how's adult life treating you, though? Because
bro, it's boring, man. It's just busy work. What else can you do?
Yeah, with the whole COVID situation as well, it's all a bit mad, isn't it?
Trust me, bro. But I've been working in it. I was working throughout, so I didn't really feel it like everybody else did. I was a bit nervous at the start of the first wave, but after that, man, I just got over it, man.
Yeah.
I was working in hospital at the time, so.
See. One of the heroes, yeah.
Nah, man, I'm not a hero, fam.
Stop trying to be a mud. Where's your cape?
Where's your cape, man? We've got a clap for you. Man.
I wanted to be working from home like everybody else, bro.
Yeah. See.
If you had to work from home a couple of times, how was it? How did you find the whole working from home situation?
I don't know. I tell you what, yeah, it's mad because like I prefer to be at work in it because when you're working here, when you're in the building here, you know you're there for work in it. But when you're home, it's like your mind is almost kind of like split because you want to chill out at the same time you want to do work. You've got this thing, hanging over your shoulders. I don't know, man. I'm a bit conflicted about working from home.
Yeah, I hear what you say, man. To be honest with me, because I've always sort of liked working from home, and whenever I finish my work, I go home and do my work. So if you tell me to work from home, bro,
you're loving it.
I'll love it, bro.
Yeah, because you got the whole for the guys that don't know, you did the logo for us. You got your whole design and art stuff as well that you do in it. So that's mostly from home, right?
Yeah, exactly, man. So I'm used to that, man. I think when I finished uni, that was my first grind, man. So I kind of learned how to be alone and just be in front of the computer. For me, that's it, bro.
Whilst we're on the topic of the logo design, why don't you plug yourself real quick?
Oh yeah, WGT Animations, man. I just come back. So everything is fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh to death. I see the animation sometimes. I'm like, yeah, this is sick, man. I seen bro. I see one. I think there must have been a black superhero one. There was an action hero and it looked like a Dragon Ball Z character or something. It looked crazy.
Yeah.
See, right now, bro, I'm just exercising, man. I'm trying to find that good balance. Yeah. Once I find that, I'll start bringing out stuff, man, because I've been writing on the side as well. I'm just working on the image that I want to go with.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? That's all, man.
For sure.
Did you say you're writing like blog type stuff or?
No, just writing scenes and stuff, man. I'm not into blogs and that, man.
Scene. I see. No, that's blessed. That's blessed, though. That's blessed.
Yeah, that's lit.
Yeah, man.
It's all about trial and error, this whole creative thing, man. Like, you try something, you realize, you know what, I could do this differently, do that differently. You just gotta keep pushing, innit?
Exactly.
For real. You know what, yeah? Since we're talking about this, I like the videos you guys were doing, man.
Yeah? Which one?
Teasing that.
Yeah.
That was wavy, bro.
Yeah. Bro.
I love the videos, fam.
I can't tell you the amount of hours we sat on this couch, recorded the whole thing, and they were like, nah, that bit's not right. We need to do that. It's like 1 a.m. I'm like, yo, I got work in the morning. He was like, nah, we need to get this right.
They're trying to get the glass to roll, like, you know what I mean? Like, precisely, you know them ones there from. Like, and when it's mad with it, because like when you do these things, you appreciate like creativity in it. Like, you know, more times people just see the end product. So like, I'll go on your Instagram, I'll just see what you've done.
The finished thing.
And it's easy for people to just come up with like, oh yeah, this is shit, this is that. Yeah. But when you're actually in it, you appreciate the work that's actually gone into the whole creative aspect. There's all of
Trust
it,
me, man.
There's all of it,
man. I remember when I first started, bro, I used to get pissed off with people, bro. When you tell somebody, look, I've been working on this for 6 hours, and they tell you, nah, bro, do it again. I'm like, you're playing games.
Listen, nah, for real.
It's mad.
Yeah. For yours, it must be difficult as well because you're working, like, people employ you to do something for them. So you do it, send it off to them, and then they're like, you got to do this differently and that differently. And all of that, right?
Yeah, man. The last thing I worked on was a game, innit? I was working with some guys from India, bro. So sometimes I have to be on Zoom back in the day before everybody was on to me like that. Yeah, I'm like, what is this, bro? Do you know what I mean?
Them guys are on job as well, you know? They're working 12 hours straight.
Bro, they're on it, bro.
Crazy. Yeah. What Chelsea fan, innit?
Yes, come on.
Yeah, you guys got into the final, right?
Bro, what do you mean? You know,
bits. No, I'm just, I don't know.
Doing bits.
No, man, I feel like your manager is doing bits, man. Tuchel, he's killing.
Yo, you know what is, I feel sorry for Lampard, bro, because he built the team, innit?
Okay.
And then obviously my man come in and just, obviously he's got like charisma and all of this stuff. He's like
he's got the quality.
He feels like I want to work for him as well. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Just by looking at him, bro.
Yeah.
So I feel like he brings people together.
He's got a pep factor about him where like he just looks like he knows what he's doing. Do you know what I mean? Like it looks like he talks to the players and they listen to him and whatnot. And at the minute you're gonna fire. I feel sorry for Lampard, but like the way Chelsea do their stuff, you have to go, innit? Like it's sad, but
he was great, bro.
I don't feel sorry for Lampard. the guy is terrible. He's not. He's not bad, man. Nah, he's not that good. I used to watch their football teams and I analyze the tactics. Yeah. I think offensively they're not bad. Going forward, you guys are not bad, but just defensively, you guys were a shambles, man. Do you know what I mean? And I think is this. I guess it's all part of the growth for him, innit? Like he has to actually learn. Do you know what I mean? And I think going from Derby all the way straight to from Chelsea, that was a massive jump, bro. And I think he was high-ted on. He was high-ted. Sorry. He was high on sentiment, didn't it?
It's so true, bro. I feel like maybe pressure got to him as well, man.
Probably,
for sure.
He's a legend.
Yeah, but on top of that, they give you £200 million.
200 million, man. 70 million.
I don't care who you are, bro.
You signed Ziyech. You signed Werner. You signed what's the left-footed done? The skinny done.
Chilwell.
Chilwell, and there's another like guy that plays Cam or something like.
Havertz.
Yeah, you said Havertz.
Havertz is doing bits now, fam. I've been watching the game under Tuchel, bro. The guy is mad, moving like a prime Zidane, bro.
He's awake.
You've been sleeping too long.
Trust me. It's crazy. Yeah. So you guys in the Champions League final. I guess while we're on the topic of Champions League, over the past couple of weeks, there's been some issues around Super League and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yes, obviously, bro. I was following it. And with this Super League thing, at the start, I was like, yeah, I'm down for this. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Because I'm one of those people, I like to watch like Champions League, them type of games.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, imagine like Barcelona playing Bayern like on the regs, bro.
Yeah,
Neymar
for sure.
and so that for me, it was like, yeah, I'm down.
For sure.
And obviously, there was the whole discussions and stuff like that. For me, I'm for the Super League. You know, I think the Super League is a really good idea. You know? And it's same as you, like, you know, who wants to be watching Arsenal, Shakhtar Donetsk, and them one day, you know what I mean? Or Man City, you know what I mean? You want to be watching games, bro, like Man City, Man City, Barcelona, you know them ones. So for me, like when it came out, I was like, you know what, this is going to be lit, bro. Like, I can't wait, bro.
All right, now, I gotta come with the opposite view, man. Like, because for me, I'm the Garry Neville camp. Like, that man are talking about the grassroots. Yeah, that guy was almost crying on TV. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, he got emotional.
He got emotional. But do you know what though? Like, for the he makes a point for the grassroots level football. For them, man, them Accrington Stanley and them, man. Like, to be honest, as an Arsenal fan, it's hard to say I care about them, man, because I don't. But then when you think about it, it's like them guys have the ambition of one day making it to the Champions League, and you know the championship sides have an ambition of making it there. Then you take all the big six who have billions and you put them in the league. And you're like, yeah, you're not gonna be in here for the next 20 years. Like, it's so difficult.
So here's my thing, right? In relation to Garry Neville and the man there, I think they're the biggest hypocrites ever. No word of lie, because you know I think the Premier League, the Premier League is one of the biggest business enterprise out there in the world. Yeah, it's like the biggest capitalist structure out there. They're just there to basically get as much money as possible, or as much money as they want, basically, essentially. Do you know what I mean? And Garry Neville playing for a team like Man United benefited from this capitalist, this business enterprise. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So for him to money. For him to come out now and say, oh, you guys are being greedy, I think it's a bit hypocritical. He owns a team in the lower leagues, and is essentially being run like a business. The only reason he can't buy a business in the Premier League is because he doesn't have the money. He doesn't have the money like Roman Abramovich and them on there, bro. That's why he's got a team in the lower league. Do you know what I mean? Do you think if Garry Neville had billions, he wouldn't buy a Man United? Of course he's buying Man United, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? And he'd be the first one to like go to the Super League. And trust me, if the Super League was to sort of like to be fully functioning, I believe he'd be the first one to jump on as a pundit. If they offered him, I don't know, like say the 20 million pounds a fucking year, he's jumping shit, bro.
Nah, he's gone.
Yeah. He's gone. Yeah. All these man, all over here virtue signaling, they'll be gone straight away. So for me, I think a lot of it is a bit hypocritical, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, but you see as well for me, the way I looked at it is this way, bro. Like, you see Avengers, the film, innit?
Yeah. Let's hear it. Let's bring animation to in there, bro.
Yo.
Goku and them, man. Don't take them out. Let's go.
Bro, think about how everyone's level is going to go higher.
Trust.
Exactly. Everyone's football game is going to be sick, fam. You can't make mistakes out of the team. And all them people at the bottom, obviously, I get it, they'll struggle to make it. But then the competition is going to be higher, bro.
Yeah, because everyone's
higher competition, man. Yeah.
But you got to think, Weddy, do you want to see that every week, though?
Bro, let's do it every day.
Because think about it, after a year, it's going to be like, you're going to want to, you're not going to want to see. I feel like the Champions League, what makes it special is, right, every couple of times a season, you get a big game. Boom, you're like, oh shit, Man City, you're playing Real Madrid today. Do you know what I mean? Every couple of times a year, you'll be like, oh shit, that's going on. Every week, after a while, you'll be like, you know what? Barca will play Real Madrid. They played them already 2 times. It's one I can miss. Wait,
hold on.
It's gonna happen.
You're capping.
It's gonna happen.
No, I hear what you're saying, bro. I hear what you're saying.
Nah, Weddy, nah.
Let me finish.
Go on.
I hear what you're saying, but what I would say to that, brother, see people like Messi and Ronaldo, okay, Ronaldo played in Premier League, so we know he's been good. Someone like Messi, he's sick, innit? He's the best, whatever.
The best.
But over there, bro.
Yeah.
Let him come here. Let's see what you got.
Come on my turf.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
let's see what you got.
We want to see the best against the best. And
man.
Do you know what I mean? And Prince, to answer your point, you know, if Real Madrid were to play Barcelona in the Champions League 10 times, right? Everybody's watching it 10 times. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And more so if, especially like the for me, how I understood the Super League is, with every game, there's essentially there's something to be gained from every game in it. Like, there's no pointless games. So it's not like you're watching, like I said, Man City and, you know, Shakhtar Donetsk or Man City and...
We keep picking on Shakhtar Donetsk.
This club, bro.
No, okay, I don't know. Like,
See, Arsenal, we're at that level right now.
Hold on.
Arsenal are at that level.
No, we're not the Champions League.
Arsenal are Shakhtar Donetsk. Arsenal are Young Boys MC. It's big.
Young Boys, there we go. Like, or
my day.
Or like Real Madrid.
Celtic, who should be in the Scottish League, bro.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to be watching those games. Don't have that many viewers. You see what I'm saying? And like as football fans, like right now, like I'm an Arsenal fan, like no word of lie. Like I don't want to watch any games anymore because like there's nothing to like. Do you know what I mean? Like look forward to. We're at the fucking Europa League.
Yeah,
we're not playing for anything in the Premier League. We're out of all the fucking domestic cups. Like, why am I watching an Arsenal game now? You see what I'm saying? So like, there's no point in watching an Arsenal game now, like unless there's something to play for. Essentially, you know what I mean? Like, if there's something up for stake, then the game is more interesting. And I think the Super League essentially was going to bring that. So that's why I think it was a great idea. I think it was a good idea. But then all these, you know, people that, you know, want to come across as they are fucking holier than thou, you know, came up and, you know, obviously offered their opinions and you know, destroy the thing, bro.
I would have just added relegation to it, man.
Yeah, okay. Look, I think
that's it, bro.
That's actually a really good point.
Thank you so much, Weddy. I think that was one of the big problems with the Super League, you know, because like you have a league that's closed off. Like no one can make it in there. Like, okay, 5 teams can make it in every season, but there's teams in there that are going to be certified every year. Arsenal are going to be in there every year. Do we deserve to be in right now with our form? Hell no. Like we don't deserve to be. We don't deserve to be Super League standard. I seen the memes. We were getting buoyed, and I couldn't even cry because it's true.
No. I think
it's so true.
Okay, hold on.
We don't deserve to be in there.
So
and the relegation, it should be a big part of it.
Can I?
Yeah, definitely.
So here's the thing about the Super League, and this is where I really support the Super League, right? And not necessarily, okay, I say support the Super League because for me, the Super League is only an extension of the Premier League structure, the business structure, a capitalist structure, a greedy structure. You know what I mean? So it's nothing new, essentially. Yeah. So here's my thing. My thing is that the Super League essentially was to bring about teams that had a lot of like, you know, financial, you know, capabilities and financial prowess, essentially. So that's what the Super League is, right? Arsenal is one of those teams. So you put all these teams in the Super League because they have so much money to compete against each other, and that's going to generate so much income. And hopefully it's going to trickle down to the lower leagues and the lower players. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's the whole idea about the Super League, and to bring these players together. And to finish off that point, the teams with the most money and the most financial revenues always end up at the top. They always do. Do you know what I mean? Like for decades, and they always end up. Arsenal's having a bad moment now.
I think as an Arsenal fan, it always comes back to bite us in the arse.
Hold on. Obviously, Arsenal's having. No, my point is, Arsenal's having a bad moment now. Man United have had their bad moments. Chelsea have had their bad moments. But if you look in history over the past few decades, they're always sort of like, you know, in semi-finals of European, you know, cup competitions, they win cup competitions, and they somehow find a way to get back to the top. So my point is that, you know, if you're looking at the financial, if you're looking at that aspect of, you know, how they've managed to get to the top, is because of the amount of money that these clubs actually have, and that's why they've been able to sort of like, you know, to sustain a very high level at the top for so long. So I do agree with the fact that Arsenal had to be in the Super League because of its financial sort of like, capabilities. Yeah.
Can I ask you something though? So Arsenal, in the years where they faltered, they didn't deserve to be in the Champions League.
And but what was
they didn't deserve. Did they deserve Weddy? Did Arsenal deserve to be in the Champions League the last 3 seasons?
That's a good one, yeah.
They didn't.
Yeah.
No, so how can you say that? So would you say that Arsenal in the Super League deserve to be there if they're playing badly? Say we finished 20th for 4 years. We should be relegated at the Super League.
It's true.
But the Super League was gonna have a relegation,
not for the founding clubs.
No, but what are you talking about? There was gonna be a relegation.
Clubs. No, there wasn't.
The founding clubs were in there like swimwear every season.
But here's the point. The point that I'm trying to make is that
I think Phil's being stubborn.
The point essentially that I'm trying to make is that the clubs at the top of the Champions League and domestic leagues, it hasn't really changed that much. It's only changing in the English league. And tell me why it's changing so much in the English league? Because of money, bro.
Mm-hmm. Nah, man, not just that, bro.
No, it is.
Look at Leicester, though. But look at Leicester.
Because wait, hold on. My point is that in the English league compared to the Spanish leagues, right, the gap is closer because other teams have money more so than other sort of like other European counterparts. So that's why the gap is closer.
Reddy, what was your point?
But obviously over there, Barcelona and them lot, they've got like a long history, bro. Obviously they will gain more supporters and whatnot and money. I get what you're saying, fam, but over there, bro, this is what I keep saying. There's no competition like that. It's there, but it's not there like that. Premier League, Leicester come from Norway, bro.
But I'm saying, Weddy, I get your point, but I'm saying that the Leicester are only able to compete on a decent level because of the revenue that they get from TV sort of like subscriptions and people.
But you have to get to the top to get that, don't you?
No, you do have to get to the top. But in the Premier League, my point in the Premier League is that the disparity, right? The gap financially between the top teams and the bottom teams is not as great compared to other teams in Europe.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
Taking that point into consideration, right? That means that the competition is not going to be that drastic. The competition is going to be closer. That's my point. And finances, we cannot disagree. We cannot discredit the fact that finances actually play a role in clubs being able to compete.
Also talent, bro.
But talent.
Those players to your team.
But bro,
nobody wants to go and play for Wigan United, fam.
The talented players are not.
Yo, don't boy off Wigan United.
No, the talented players not costing 2K, 3K.
Yeah,
the talented players are costing millions out here, bro.
Any Wigan and Shakhtar Donetsk fans out there, it's not personal. It's not personal.
Sorry, it was just the name that came up.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Look, Theo, I understand Theo's point. Because at the end of the day, it's about these big clubs who want to go and take money and make themselves more richer. We can't look at them like this hasn't happened already in football. The Premier League started because of that.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, it started because of that. And the other kind of the argument is it shouldn't have been that. It shouldn't be this way if you're thinking about fans, if you're thinking about, trying to make it fair for everybody in the game, Then talking about fairness, I guess the next thing that's come up is the 50+1 rule.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know about this, where the German kind of set up. So in Germany, basically half of the shareholders plus one person has to be a fan, or has to be somebody who's from the club. So then that creates a system where a share owner can't then like Stan Kroenke or I don't know Abramovich can't just come and be like, you know what, I want to break down the stand and make a stand that's going to be just like, do you know what I mean? Like it's going to charge crazy prices, because then the other shareholders or fans would be like, nah, that's dumb. You can't do that. So that's an argument that they've been saying about bringing that over to the Premier League. Like, what do you think about that?
Yeah, man, they should bring that over here, man. Especially that for teams like Man United and them lot, man.
Yeah,
because the Americans take over.
Yeah.
The Americans take over. They splash money, fam. They don't care about people, man.
Yeah. Very true. They spend money like it's nothing, innit? And all they care about is their investment, right?
See, this is where I would disagree with you guys, because I think when you look at the okay, let me ask you guys the question. I think we would all agree over here that the English league is the best league essentially in Europe. Yeah, we've
been biased, but yeah.
No. No,
I mean, it's
the most
it rakes
watched,
in the most money.
It's the most watched
it rakes
league
in the most money
across the board in terms of like all teams, and you know that's a fact, right? Okay. How many teams in the Premier League have these 50+1, structure? Where
none.
Okay, so they don't do this 50+1 thing that you're talking about. You're claiming to work that works quite well, right? But essentially, the clubs are run very well, and they're very successful. I think the 50+1, whilst is good and it puts a lot of power into the funds. I think it would actually waste a considerable amount of time in terms of making certain decisions and all this kind of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at least the owners can sort of like have a discussion. I think these owners are actually doing a good job. Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Chelsea. Chelsea's monopolized. We've got Chelsea for we got a fan. The owner runs it like a fucking video game, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
nah, for real, man.
No, I'm saying that. So for me, I don't think that the 50+1 is the answer. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's the answer in making this. I think fair enough. It's worked well it looks to have worked well in Germany. I'm not there. I don't really follow German league that well, but I think what's actually already happening in the UK is fine. It's okay. Do you know what I mean? It's a capitalist fucking structure and system, and people should
some form of control, which is good. Yeah,
exactly. And people should not be crying that people are greedy, but is it now that you realize?
Bro, but it's getting worse, man. Yo, bro, it's getting worse. Like when Abramovich came in with his couple billions, then Man City come in with more than he has.
Bare money, like it's
next people coming, bro.
Yeah. You know what? One thing about the 50+1 rule, right, is that it puts people who want to invest. It makes sure that they're the right kind of people. Because if you get somebody coming to invest into a club where half and more are people who are fans, you're not going to want to invest if all you want to do is make money. You're going to want to invest because you want to see the good of the club. Do you know what I mean? You want to see them do well. You want to make sure that, you have good intentions. Like there was a German club where there was an owner and he wanted to scrap the 50+1 rule. So he put himself forward, he put a petition to the rest of the shareholders, and they said nah. But not only did they say no, the 50+1 voted for him out and they kicked him out the club. Right? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like something like the Man United situation, in 50+1 would not run. Like Ed Woodward would be long gone. The Glazer family would be long gone. You see what I'm saying? So,
but I think here's the thing. So here's my thing in terms of running a football club. Essentially, yes, there is there is a love for my team, for Arsenal, right? But my opinion, what actually drives Arsenal, there's also a business element to it. We have to make money to propel this club.
Absolutely.
Okay. And when it comes to matters of actually, of enterprise and making money, I think, the clubs have to be able to think objectively. And I think if you have fans on the board, right, if Chelsea or Arsenal lose 3-0 or 3 games in a row, of course, they're going to go into the board and saying, yeah, we need to sack the manager. Every game that Arsenal fans lose, sorry. Everyone on the board is going to be saying, yeah, the manager needs to be gone. You see what I'm saying? So I think that, when it comes to, actually leading the club, it has to be run without fan membership on the board. I think it should just be the owners essentially leading the club. Now the fans could have a say in terms of actually, okay, cool, who we vote, let's say for instance, to be on the board, or who we want to lead us. But essentially, when it comes to those decision making, I think the executives, you should make those decisions.
Yeah, no, I feel you. It's not as easy as that though. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I think if you have fans on the board, look, owners are people like Stan Kroenke and them, man. They all they care about is money. That's all they care about. The bottom line, getting cash. That's all they care about. There's been so many talk about this isn't the Arsenal way. This isn't the Arsenal way. You know, Chelsea as well. This isn't the only had Sarri in there. This isn't the Chelsea way of playing football. Like, as an Arsenal fan, there's certain things that you want to see in your club. You want to see good, sexy football. Yeah, you might lose 3-2, but you want to see that, like, Arsene Wenger has installed a DNA in these man. 25 passes before you reach the final third. You know what? It's fine because the football's sexy and you might score a goal here or there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. There's certain parts of the DNA, the chromosomes of the club, that's
22 years, fam.
That's 22 years. That certain fans just love. You know, in the end, all the fans were like, the fans came together. And, they all agree that, he's a lovely guy and he done well, but he had to go. I think one thing that we're underestimating is the ability of fans to, think rationally and take the time to discuss.
No,
obviously,
I'm not
obviously, one second though. When we watch Arsenal fan TV, you only see one aspect of fans. You see the fans that come on the TV like BT and want to call everybody a ham roll.
You know what they say. You know what they say. I think that there's a saying that says, "Show me a lawyer that would can represent himself in court, and I'll show you a fool." That's to say that you can't. So you can't when it comes to matters of the heart, essentially, right? And when you have to make certain decisions, objective decisions, sometimes it's difficult to take yourself. Sort of like have a look at it from a bird's eye view, essentially, and look at it objectively. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think when it comes to the football aspect, we should have fans, but then in terms of the decision making, I think the decision making should be made by executives who don't necessarily have to be a fan. There could be a fan, but I think that having fans on the board 50+1 could be quite detrimental in terms of like decision making. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it definitely could be, but it could also work. It could also do very well because you have.
No, but hold on.
Wait, 1 second. Let me finish. Let me finish. And I'll pass over to Weddy. I have to say though that it's not going to be one aspect of fans. It's not going to be Arsenal fan TV type of fans on the board 24/7. I think it's going to be a group of fans, maybe picked from different fan bases. And fans think differently. People hate Arsenal fan TV because of the way they present the Arsenal fan base. People hate them. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So it's not going to be just one type of fan on the board who every time Arsene Wenger loses, he's a ham roll and deserves to get sacked. That's the point I'm making. You see what I'm saying?
Weddy, what you say?
What do you think, Weddy?
But what I was going to say on the topic of Aston, you guys kept him for too long, bro, because that guy holds shares in Arsenal.
Facts. Very true. Very true.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You were telling them I'm not going.
I'm here to stay.
No, but Weddy, see, that's another example of sentiment, right? So, and when I say, I can't remember the exact saying, it's just something like, a lawyer shouldn't essentially represent himself in court. You know what I'm saying? Like, Arsenal.
Sentiment. I want trophies, cuz.
No, exactly. No.
Bring the sentiment in, cuz.
You're
fire the manager straight away, cuz.
Exactly. You're playing into my hands in terms of my point. My point here is that, you see, this is a typical fan saying he wants trophies, right? Every fan wants trophies.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to, wanting trophies, look at Abramovich, say, for instance. Yeah. He manages the club objectively. When the managers don't do well, they're gone, bruv.
Yeah, that's what Lampard do. That's what
no, not necessarily. My point. I'm just sort of like making an extension to my initial point, which is that it might be it can be difficult for a fan to take himself away in terms of like making certain decisions for a club in terms of like because your heart is actually attached to this particular thing. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I think that you need an executive on the board that actually has a vested interest in the club. Like a Brown,
somebody who just pulls the triggers, fam.
To take the thing forward, fam. Like allow this fam business, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like let the guy. Let somebody, you know what I'm saying? That's my point.
No, I agree with that. You definitely need that element of, he needs to go, bro. Like Lampard, I reckon they would have kept him on for years, bro. Or because he's got history, he's done this, he's done that. But he was shit, bro. Come, let's be honest.
If the fans are on the board, they'll probably keep him.
Yeah, so then forget that, bro. You go, fam. Look, Thomas Tuchel came. Look where we are. Same team, nothing changed. Same team, same people.
Yeah. Now I feel you, man. I feel you. It's hard to say for sure if fans would have kept someone like Wenger for as long as they did or not. It's hard to come to a definite conclusion, But all I'll say is I feel like a balance is a good way to go, because then you don't end up with a situation where owners make all the decisions and leave the fans disenfranchised, or fans make all the decisions and the club isn't well run. So I think a balance is definitely needed.
Yeah, I think owners. No, I would disagree with you on that, actually.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
No one is talking about fans being disenfranchised.
No, but for sure, if you're seeing,
we are talking about
riots like we're at Man United, fans feel disenfranchised. They feel like their voice hasn't been heard.
No, I think
enough so that they'd storm a game and get it cancelled.
No, I think that one is slightly different. I think that one is just a case of Okay, I think I'm. No. Okay, I guess I'll disagree. I'll agree with you to an extent. We want to listen to the fans in terms of making certain decisions, but I think essentially when it comes to the final decision, in terms of who pulls the trigger, I think the owners should have that. That individual should be. Not necessarily have too much sentiment or too much heart connected to the club. That's my opinion anyway. Weddy, what are your thoughts on this 50+1 thing?
I kind of like what we got at Chelsea right now, man.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Abramovich.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll be honest here. With my personality, I'm so impatient, bro. They're not doing well. Let them go, innit, man? Bring somebody else.
No, that's fair.
Nah, that's
I like it, but I don't know, innit? I don't know, man.
It's difficult, innit? It's difficult for sure, man. Like I don't envy whoever's making decisions at these clubs, man. It can't be easy, to decide who goes and who stays and all that. It can't be easy at all. So I think for sure, whoever's making these choices, although sometimes they may be messed up choices that they're making, or they may not think what would happen afterwards. When you're in a situation, you gotta make a choice in it, and it's never easy, is it, to make a hard choice? Even day-to-day workplace, a patient comes into the pharmacy where I work and they're like, I need this. You gotta make a choice on the spot, and like you don't have all the information. So for these men to be making choices with billions that they're handling, millions of pounds on their head, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
Stress.
So, stress. It's crazy.
You gotta make that good. You gotta make that good decision every single time.
Every single time, man. Yeah. So for sure.
Anyways, so I guess that leads us on to the last point. I think we've already shed some light on, whether or not there are some similarities between the Super League and the Champions League. Yeah, I think there isn't much difference actually between the Europa League and the Champions League. There isn't much difference between both. I don't know what
between Europa and Champions League. Obviously, the big difference has got to be relegation and promotion and who deserves to be in there. That's the biggest difference for me. Like teams, you should be in there because you deserve to be in there, and that's all it is. You shouldn't be a team. A team is capped in there, and even if you finish last, you're still in there fighting. So swinging it out. So I think that's the main difference, between the two. So, but the Super League would have been fun to watch, man. Let's not lie. It would have been fun to see Barca and them guys slug it out, on a daily. And
so he's coming around now. He's coming around nicely now.
Nah, let me land. That's something that fans want to see. Like I can't lie. Like anyone who want to see the big team slug it out on a daily, but then it needs to be done in a way which helps the footballing society as a whole. And just to cap it all off, I think relegation and promotion is so important. To like the footballing pyramid and making sure that teams that deserve to be there are in there. And also if they can come up with a Super League, I guess, but that allows the lower leagues and the lower clubs to get some dividends from the money that they're raking in. look, more piece of the pie for everyone, innit? And who doesn't like pie? So it's a win-win. It's a win-win.
Yeah. No, definitely like after talking now, I'll definitely change my mind on having it all the time, and we get boring now. Like, you know what I mean? You look forward to that. Like,
you look forward to the
just to pay my drink the other day.
Yeah.
Bro, rushing, driving mad just to get home, watch the game. You know what I mean? But if that was on constantly, I don't think I'll be bothered, man.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So I think the point in relation to a Real Madrid and Barcelona game would essentially get boring if there's nothing at stake, you know. And I think if there's always something at stake, regardless of the teams playing. So you got, even if it's Chelsea and Stoke, if there is something at stake, if Chelsea gets 3 points, they move on to the next stage. You would want to watch that game because of that novelty, and I think that's what the Super League was going to bring. So in terms of the boredom aspect, I don't think it's really going to be an issue if, you know, with the Super League, because that's what they try to, you know, sort of like, you know, implement within the Super League. So it's like, look, every single game has something at stake. You win 3
but then
points.
again, win or lose, you don't get relegated, bro. So I don't care what happens.
No, but
I'll be there next year.
That's a good point.
No,
what's at stake?
No, but I think we may need to actually clarify in terms of the relegation status over here. But I think the main issue is that, look, teams, you'd want to essentially win the trophy for the Super League, right? So that's the whole sort of like, you know, idea behind this Super League thing. So you're playing to try and get your hands on this trophy, essentially. So there's something to look forward to, you know. And I think, and I don't quite buy this. You know, I think it's fact people can definitely get relegated because it's a table. That my understanding is the table. Teams are playing in the table, and the teams that, you know, fall to the bottom essentially would get relegated from the Super League. So there is a relegation from the Super League because now is broken. I don't think that's
for half of the teams. Not for the founding
clubs. For Arsenal, we're in there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So but I think that's why. Like, you know what? Like we've. I think the Super League. Look, people are gonna agree. People are gonna disagree. People are gonna like it. People are gonna hate it. But that's one of the great things about football, isn't it? Like, you can have different opinions and still enjoy a game, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can have different.
Yeah, but so here's my thing. Just to close off nicely. So the point here is, first and foremost, we would agree that if there was always a novelty, the Super League was something that we all want to watch, right? And if there's something at stake. So having said that, Super League could have been implemented and certain things could have been tweaked. So we, you know, do you know what I mean? So that means that people are actually interested in the Super League, so long as there is some kind of like relegation some or kind of pyramid, merit stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I think we can all conclude on that.
Yeah, no.
That if there was some kind of meritocracy in the Super League, then, you know, people will be. You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily an all bad situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's my point.
Sure, it's not. I think. Doing some reading, even the Premier League came about because of this kind of Super League idea of teams breaking away, because you know, it was always in the foreground. Before, it was like 4 divisions and they all got paid the same regardless, like and then the big teams wanted more money, so then they broke away from the Premier League and all this stuff happened. So I think it's gonna come back again in a couple years, whether it's 4, 5 or 10 years, it's gonna happen, like. But then it's just about making sure that when it happens, it doesn't leave other teams too far behind.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Too far back. But having that being said, what do you think about the final, Weddy? You think Chelsea are gonna win?
Listen, let's see on Saturday. We're playing them on Saturday, innit? We'll beat them.
I think he's talking about the Champions League.
No. Yeah.
That's all for today. Thanks for listening. If you found the podcast useful, subscribe and share so that others may benefit from it too. Leave your reviews if you're on the Apple Podcast app, and if not, leave it on the Apple website. The link is in the show notes. If you have any ideas or suggestions for future podcast episodes, send them to theoandprince@gmail.com. See you next time.